What does the CPI print mean for the foreseeable future of crypto, and what can we expect from Bitcoin in this rally? Hello everybody and welcome. My name is Tim, trader at the Camp Compound, and let's get right to it. So today we saw that inflation was 6.5% year over year, which is lower than the 7.1% it came from at the last print. This is very important because the Federal Reserve is partially basing their rate policy, which is what has been wreaking havoc on the markets lately, or actually the past year. They base that on the inflation as well as the labor market. So with inflation coming down further, they can slowly start to continue slowing their rate hikes. We went from steps of 0.75% to last time only 0.5%, and now we may see an even further slowing of 0.25%, which means that slowly but surely the market can start to stabilize and doesn't have to be as afraid anymore for the time being. Of course, there's still the risk of a recession, but that is a different topic for a different moment. And do let me know if you want to see like a video on that, like completely explaining it, if you think that would be interesting. So that is what we're seeing today. With regards to the big news, let's get right into the charts. So here we have Bitcoin in front of us. What we see here is that we are breaking through both the 18,400 level, as well as the overarching downtrend that we have been in since August. That is, of course, a very strong trend, generally speaking. So if we can break this, that would be monumental. That would really push up the sentiment a little bit out of the extreme fear that we've been living in for quite some time now, and more towards a slight optimism, or just neutral to slightly optimistic. What we really want to see though, what I really want to see is I want to see that 19,000 broken tonight. So let's put a, there is a mark. Here we go. I want to see that broken and then hold above it. Why? Because that 18,400 is the low of the range, but if we pull this 19,000 through, you can see it has really been an important level. If we can break it and we can confirm above it tomorrow, that would really solidify the oomph of this rally up, and it would really solidify the chances of us continuing upwards. Especially tomorrow will be key to watch, because the chance is still there. Oh, there it goes, above 19,000. Nice. Good to catch that kind of thing on camera. The really important thing is that we don't immediately crash back down tomorrow. That is still possible. I'd say the chances are... I think they're slightly in favor of being bullish, depending on how we close tonight. If we close above 19,000, I think our chances are about, let's say, 3-1 bullish to bearish. That doesn't exclude a bear momentum, but for now this is really a tricky area. We just broke through this trend line for the first time. We broke through a really big resistance, and now we immediately try to headbutt the next one. So that is kind of what we're seeing here in Bitcoin, and that is really the most important part. If we look at the 4 hour, we see that it is just a party. We have 10 minutes. It would be wonderful if we could just close that 4 hours above, or at the very least in like the top 25% of this candle. That would be great. You see the volume spike up as well. I was just looking at here this little bit of consolidation, which was perfect, which is just really showing us like, yeah, we're going to go up, we're going to go try break that, and now that has come true. Unfortunately, I could not get this video out quick enough for that to tell you that the chances were high. Otherwise you could have taken a nice trade on it. Anyway, let's move over to Ethereum. So here we are in Ethereum, and let us have a look. We see that Ethereum is also breaking through that important downwards trend line that we see here that started the 14th of August, same as Bitcoin. It does look like it's not going quite as rapidly as Bitcoin is, because we see like Ethereum is up 2.6%, Bitcoin is up 5.4% almost. So Ethereum is definitely lagging a bit, where it was quite strong relative to Bitcoin over the past couple of days, which is interesting. But the important thing is we are breaking through, and it would be great if we can close above 1425. That is like the line in the sand that I want to close above, that I want to see it close above in order to really sell me on its strength. And then tomorrow it has to hold above. That is the whole point, the whole premise. We have to confirm above and continue onwards, otherwise the chances of slipping back are just quite high. We do see that we're being rejected from 19,000 here in the corner, however, so keep that in mind. That is it for Ethereum, really, and we also see that that is kind of pulling along the rest of the alt market. Here in the 4 hour, we see the same thing, drop back. That would have been a wonderful long entry, but of course, hindsight 2020, and unfortunately, I was not looking at the market at that exact point, otherwise we might have shared it. But that is besides the point. No use crying over spilled milk. We just continue onwards. About good trades, we have just now closed Shiba here at, well, a bit up at 953 for about 16.5% of profit, which is great. Shiba made a wonderful move. Especially on the weekly, it was looking very nice, but we have a couple of, I think, stronger positions that we still have open. I think that I feel a bit more comfortable holding for a long time, whereas this 16% on Shiba is very nice. I quite like that. That is good enough for me. Then we can continue onwards. For instance, DYDX is doing quite alright. Of course, we already closed that, but that is mainly due to the inflection of coins that is coming up. If you are still in it, just keep that in mind. Next month, we are seeing a big influx of vested coins that will hit the market, so there's a good chance of it breaking down. XRD, this is the wrong XRD chart. I want to show you this one. Is doing quite alright. It is still kind of bashing against that resistance of 0.036 that it is just not quite getting through. Here you see as well in the daily, if it could close above, that would really make a strong point. That is kind of the main point of what we see today, is that we have to close above our resistances and then hold them tomorrow in order to continue onwards. Because here, for instance, DYDX XRD can grow on to 4 cents, maybe even that 5 cents again. That would definitely float my boat, would make me very happy. Solana is doing quite alright as well, moving up towards that 17.6. If that breaks, if we get through, there's a very good chance of moving all the way up to 26. Keep that in mind, because there's nothing happening here in between. We have the next level here, and you could even make the argument that it is more like up here, let's say, so that 26 to 28, that is really the next magnet that Solana is being pulled up towards if we manage to break this resistance here. So that would definitely be an interesting one to keep an eye out for if you still have a Solana bag. This would be an interesting point to think, hey, do I want to maybe take a little bit of profit? If we do get a reject, maybe we can make another entry. If we do shoot through, of course, it will be more like that 30, 35-ish that we're looking at. So keep that in mind for Solana. That is it for the moment. Hopefully you have kind of an idea of what happened today, what to expect, and what we're looking at, so that you can make a plan without emotion, so that you are not FOMOing into the market, but that you have an idea of what's going on and what the probabilities are. Because, you know, the moral of the story is keep calm, keep cool, keep compounding. Thank you so much for your attention. I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye.